Hey, this is Vashti from Vashti's House, and I'm coming to you from Alaska today. And this is Mom Talk number 10, and I'm here with my friend and colleague, Lori Jackson.
I'm here.
And she is, we're actually on our way to visit another friend who actually introduced us, made us be friends.
Forced us
to be friends. We didn't want to have any friends, and we were young moms and overwhelmed. But I'm glad we became friends, and we've been friends now for 27 years. And one of the things that has come up and comes up when we're together a lot is what we've had to heal from in our adult life and what we've needed to gain to go forward as we get into our older years. And, you know, we have adult children now and getting grandkids. And the number one thing that keeps coming up is the fact that we have felt emotionally deprived of nurturing, deprived of emotional connection. And even as young moms, and you're probably there too, and I've seen a lot of people talk about it on social media. My parents are not emotionally there for me. My parents can't emotionally show up. They can't help me. I know I can't call my parents when I need something. And it's left a huge vacuum, a huge gap in our lives. And a gap that's honestly probably been there since we were children. And we're acknowledging it and noticing it. And it is a huge, deep wound. And not only that, but a lot of our parents want us to be there for them. They weren't emotionally there for us. They don't even know how to care for us or nurture us or show up for us, but they would like us to do that for them. And it's created, a chasm in our relationships, but worse, I think it's highlighted, and there's been a microscope put on this wound lately. And so I want to speak to that, and I'm going to tell you why that wound is there. And that is because our parents did the best that they could, and they did what they were told to be good parents. And what they were told was the most important thing to do is to be a good parent. And they were giving check boxes on how to be a good parent, what to give your kids, what they need. And your parents and my parents did the best that they could by being a good parent. And thereby, the number one person in that scenario is them. Are they being a good parent? And am I being a good parent? Instead of learning how to love and connect. Our parents were not told, love your child. They don't even know how to love us. That wasn't what was required of them. And not only that, but they likely did not experience it themselves. And here we are several generations in, and we are feeling it. We are absolutely feeling it. We don't know how to love. We don't know how to love ourselves. And we're just now learning about the importance and the value of love, making the other person the object and learning from them. And we think that we were told that if you loved your kids or, showed them a lot of affection, that they would become dependent on you and wouldn't know how to be independent. But the opposite is true. If you are not nurtured and loved and cared for as a child, then that need is never satiated. And you spend your adult years trying to get that need met. And we do it in all kinds of crazy ways. Social media does not help. Look at me. Am I valuable? Do you appreciate me? Do you see me? And, all of the other ways that we try to get that need met. The big question is, what do we do now as adults? Knowing that our parents it wasn't even on the radar, probably statistically speaking, to love us. And it wasn't maybe even on our radar to how to love our children. And Lori and I had to make that transition when we had kids, is that, you know what, we're going to throw off all the things they're telling us, and we're going to love our kids. And it was a risk that we took, but it was a risk worth taking. And to change the scenario, it is going to require risk taking. But what I want to say right now, the number one thing to do to change that in your life is to begin the process of, number one, loving yourself and loving that little child and speaking tenderly and lovingly and nurturingly to that child. That is the first step. And as I continue to do the mom talks, we're going to talk more about what it means and what it looks like to love another person. And we just weren't taught it. We don't know what it looks like, and we don't know how to do it authentically. But I want you to start by just learning to love yourself. Speaking kindly to yourself, gently to yourself, appreciating yourself. You can get my book, Grow Your Heart, Train Your Brain. There's a whole bunch of exercises you can do in there that will help you reconnect to yourself as an important and valuable human being. That's the first place to start. And I'm here to tell you, as a mom, and you know, I can be a mom to you and tell you that you are worth loving, and you are lovable. There are things about you that's lovable, and you know, your needs are real. Your needs are real. And Lori and I both love you. We love you, and you are important. So this is Vashti from Vashti's House. I want you to focus right now just to think about how much value you have, how special you are, and that you are worth being loved and being cared for. This is Vashti from Vashti's House. Hope you're having a great day, and make yourself at home.